Although sometimes people do want Razzies.
Some people will like accept them and be like so super happy about it. They're like, thank you, like for noticing that was terrible, or you think I'm terrible. I thought it was great, you know. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Generation in Between, a Xennial podcast where we remember, revisit, and sometimes relearn all sorts of things from being 80s kids and 90s teens. Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Danny.
And you are here on our next installment of Xennial Girl Summer, our first movie of the summer of 2026. Okay, so I tried to find...
That's an air horn.
...clips of the guy from Superstore doing that.
Shit.
I couldn't find any. I know they're out there, you all. If you have any clips of Bo from Superstore making the air horn sound, I swear he does it all the time. And I couldn't find it. I could find funny clips of him, but not that.
I'll find it. Can I tell you, I almost did that when I went out. So I closed Shrek the Musical this past weekend.
Woohoo!
And I said my last 50-50, I was going to go in the audience and go, bow, bow, bow.
Stop. Did you?
No, I didn't, because my voice was kind of yucked the last, and so I didn't want to, and plus I was like, how funny would that be? Because I was dressed like a queen.
Yeah, like you're so fancy.
That would have pissed everybody off.
And you kind of don't want to blow out your voice on that.
I know, that'd be really stupid.
And be like, what happened? Well, I was making a fake air horn sound for no reason, and now I can't sing.
Let's be real. That would happen to me. So.
You probably would have sold some more tickets.
I mean,
you might have.
Anyways.
Well, congrats on a good run.
Yeah,
how are you feeling?
Good. It was so much fun. It's one of those shows that I'm like sad it's done because it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Some shows you're like, you know.
Or you're ready. You're like, that was fun, but I'm good.
I would have done that for a few more weeks. That show was exhausting, but it was so silly and so fun.
Oh, it's so great. I finally saw it last Friday, and I absolutely loved it. Everyone was so good. I mean, it's such a fun musical. I love the music in it.
It's so silly.
You guys really leveled it up, right? With the costumes and the dancing. The set was great. Obviously, everyone was super talented, so that helps. When literally
that helps if people are talented.
I love how it makes it sound like I've seen it where that doesn't happen. I haven't. I'm not throwing any other productions of Shrek under the bus. I just mean it's just nice. It's so enjoyable for the audience. So good job. And guess what, guys? We're going to be in a musical together. Together again.
How is that a song?
I don't think so. There is a song called Together Again. I don't think it goes like that.
Well, it's a song now. We made it.
We made it up.
We haven't done a show together since Christmas Story. That was 2 years ago.
Christmas Story. Yeah. Well, yeah. About a year and a half ago. Because it would have been Christmas time.
Well, right.
Oh, but almost 2 years by the time you talk about rehearsals and all that. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting.
I know.
Yeah, because anything you've been in, I haven't done, and vice versa.
I know.
Anything
Our
I've done, you haven't
never
been
align.
in. So this is fun. We're doing 9 the musical, which I've never done.
Neither. I've never even watched the whole full thing of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I think coming into it, not knowing it as well is kind of fun. And for those who haven't seen or know anything about it, essentially it's a female-heavy show. There is one man and then one little boy, and it kind of centers on that man, but everyone else is a woman.
Yeah.
And so our cast, of course, is just full of awesome women.
Awesome women.
And it's going to be so, so great. And we start next week.
That's crazy, right?
I know. Well, crazy for you. You just finished. You get what? Oh, I guess a week and a day off because we're starting on Monday.
Yeah, except I'm trying to, when stuff, because you do this literally all the time. You try to catch up and then it's you can't really have a break till you're all the way caught up. Mm-hmm. But by the time that's going to happen, I'll be
You're in the next one.
But that's okay. Because Troy was because I have a dead fast rule usually. I don't do back-to-back shows because it's hard because I just don't see my family much and I'm not home in the evenings and that's tough.
Yes.
And then especially at this theater that we're going to, MCT, it's a 6-week run, not a 4-week run. Now, the bonus is there's no double show days, which I will say makes a huge difference because you're at least home in the morning, or if it's one of the matinee days, you're home at night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what makes the 4-week run kind of hard is because Saturday is just
gone.
You leave in the morning and you don't come back till super late. You're gone for 12 hours.
Yeah, it's those weekends where they pack them all in. It's you start basically Friday afternoon. You're not done till Sunday night.
Mm.
It's your whole weekend. It's your sleep schedule. It's everything. Whereas, yes, you're still performing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but like you said, the Saturday's shorter of a shorter day. So you have both Saturday and Sunday morning home, even if you have a matinee.
Yeah.
So
anyways, it's gonna be fun. And Katie has a featured is it a supporting role, featured role? I don't know.
I think it's probably featured.
But she gets to sing really fast on this one song, and it sounds so fun.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm Stephanie Necropolis.
So are you Greek?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I actually asked our vocal director that in a message, but I said I can also ask the director on Monday. Some recordings, she's American.
Oh.
Like just sings normal. And some I've heard Italian, but then her last name is Greek. And when they posted the casting announcement, I noticed they put her full name, like they put the Greek last name. So I'm not sure. I'm going to ask them. We'll report back or come to the show and you'll find out if you're local. We open July 31st, 2026. So, and go for 6 weeks after that. So at some point in there, we would love to see you.
I'm pumped.
I'm pumped too.
I'm pumped because this was exciting because on my paper, you know, where you can write what role you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's always an adventure what Danny writes on that paper.
Always.
But look, I got exactly what I wrote on the paper.
That's
amazing. Is 2 shows in a row. That usually doesn't happen. Usually it's something weird and different.
Yeah.
Last time I said elf. I've said elf a few times. Finally got to live that dream
I'm
out.
So excited for you.
And then on this one I put dancing ensemble. And I'm trying to remember, you know how underneath where it's like, would you accept any other role? I think I put no. I didn't want any of that. But
it's a super fun dancing show.
Should we tell them what we had to do at the audition?
Oh, I was like, dance? But I now know what you're talking about. Yes, now we have to tell them. You can tell the story.
All right, this was fun. I love auditions at MCT. Peg makes them really... She tries to make them just fun and not overwhelming and stressful.
Correct.
And it's a smaller theater, so it's not as scary as when you walk into like Cocoa Village and you're on the stage, like a stage in front of people, like with 2 people sitting in the crowd taking notes. You know what I mean? It's a little different. But anyway, so she, after we all sang and did our dance call, and the people who were there the night before had a chance to sing again if they wanted, she was like, okay, well, Sarah's going to teach, that's the vocal director. She's like, she's going to teach y'all the, really quick, a couple lines and be Italian. And then y'all, I want you to come up here and dance and be as bawdy as possible. Now, it's BAWDY. Do you know, while we were there that night, the whole time, I thought she was saying body.
I mean,
same thing. Same thing.
Right.
I thought she was saying like body, yada, yada, yada. You know, like,
but
come show your body, which is
what
she was
asking. Yeah.
And so
essentially it was like, I was thinking of it as like burlesque.
Well, right. And that's kind of what she wanted.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we're just going to start on that side of the room. So this girl that goes first rips her shirt off. Now she had on a sports bra, but still, Katie and I are next to each other. We're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So she goes, does a great job. And by the way, we're sight reading our music at the same time.
Right. We hadn't prepared it.
So we're one-handed. Mm-hmm. There's a chair in the middle of the room. We're using a chair. And so Katie has to go second.
I am in like a butterfly blouse,
a floral shirt,
like the most like I am a mom, I am a teacher looking outfit you could have ever seen in your whole life. Not sexy at all. And I go and they start the music and Danny yells, "Take your shirt off." And I was like, yeah, I mean, obviously she was kidding. But
I mean, look.
Yes.
You want to be body.
So also, because I went second, I thought everyone had to do it.
I did too.
And then you went after me or you went, and then they were like, okay, so who else? Raise your hand if you want to do it. And we were like, oh, that was optional?
Well, no, when I got up there, they said it's optional. I said, oh, it's optional. And they said, not for you. So I think for some of us, they wanted us to do it. So you would have.
Maybe I was one of those.
They just said Katie.
Yeah, that's true.
So they made us.
Maybe they made us do it. And it was fine. It was fun. I mean, mine was very like light, but I was like, you know, it's another chance to sing.
And listen, I want to be one of the ensemble dancers, and they do get saucy. So I brought it. I said,
sure do.
I leaned over to Katie and I said, I'm just going to go back to my club days. So I went in the audience. I tried to sit on this girl. Listen, but also, that's fine. It was, you know, I just had fun with it in my way. Everybody did their own spin on it. It got a little progressively worse as we went. The older ladies were the ones who were the most.
Ooh, they had some sass.
OMG. Sandy goes up there She said, I need a male for this. Well, there's only 2. So she pulls one up there, puts his face in her boot. Do you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was just going on. And then the lady after her did the same thing.
I know.
OMG.
Go them. I will say it was very fun.
It was
And
fun.
it felt like a safe space to do
for
something
sure.
scary. Scary for a few reasons. If, like, I would like to know my music perfectly before I sing, and I didn't. So that's vulnerability right there, being like,
right.
I'm just going to do it the best I can, and it's fine. And then obviously, like, acting in that way.
Katie's favorite thing as a teacher is to act body.
Yeah, guys, it's
when you
my
teach
favorite.
small children.
Yeah. Oh, my God. God bless. But I also knew, like, the part that they were kind of looking for that particular role probably wasn't the one they were looking for me for. So again, in my head, I'm like, this is just another way to show, hey, I'm willing to try things, and here's some more singing from me.
I'm a team player, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I'm glad we did. Good for us.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we won't be. I wouldn't say come see that in the show.
I wish.
Although some of the ensemble stuff, and I think I'll be maybe not dancing, but I'll be with the ensemble most of the show when I don't have my scenes.
When you don't have your thing. Yeah. Well, because she said she wanted to have everybody on stage the whole time.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
So I don't know how that's going to work. I can't wait to find out. Listen, I did high kicks, and Katie videoed me, and I was like, why did you do that? Oh, my God. But then I looked at it, and I was like, actually, I am glad you did that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was like, look at my fucking high kicks.
I texted her later. I'm like, I'm your stage mom.
I know. But I was like, ew, I don't want to look at this. Like, I hate, that's probably, you know what, though? I'm going to say thank you to Katie. That's probably, now, also, I was hungover. That's important to know because I had a cast party the night before. But don't recommend that on an audition. But anyway, that's probably the first video I've seen in a long time of me dancing where I'm not like, oh my God, I look terrible. So thanks.
There you go. I
That's
knew.
Progress.
And I figured worst case you didn't like the video. You could just
delete
delete
it at myself and say, this is what happens when you go to an audition hungover.
Because when I hit record, I didn't know what was going to happen. It could have been a mess.
Too. I didn't even know she was doing it.
Yeah, I did it.
Sneaky. I should have videoed your chance.
That's okay. I feel like moderately fine with how I did it. So I feel like if there's a video, I would probably feel really bad. So I don't know. I would just probably hate it.
Listen, you were a team player. You got up there. You did it. You were the second to go after somebody took off their shirt.
That's true.
That's overwhelming.
That's true.
And you knew what you were going to audition for.
Mm-hmm.
And that was not in your wheelhouse of what you were doing. I already knew that's what I was trying to be.
Right.
There.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well,
not that part.
I'm glad there's not video. Let's just put it that way.
There is.
Maybe someone else sneakily videoed it. Uh-oh. Let us know, guys.
All right, we got to get going.
We got to get going because today, as we mentioned for Xennial Girl Summer, we had our first book last week, Ramona Quimby, age 8. So definitely check that out. And if you want to be watching and reading with us, the dates of everything are on our social media, pinned to the top of our Instagram, so you can kind of see what's coming next. So today, I know what you did last summer. First of all, did you enjoy this back in the day, and did you enjoy the rewatch?
Okay, back in the day, yes. Rewatch, absolutely not. It was absolutely horrible movie.
Yeah.
It was poorly written. The dialogue was stupid. There were plot holes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was done by Kevin Williamson.
Yes.
Who also did Scream.
Yes.
And it does not even hold a candle to Scream.
Scream is so good.
So, what? I feel like they just pounded this out for money.
It was rushed.
And they had lots of big names at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So many,
some I forgot about.
Oh, yeah. So many people, good-looking young actors. And their acting was not great. Like Freddie Prinze Jr., what the fuck were you doing in that movie?
I had the same thought. I was
what were you
wait,
even
is
doing?
this the same man? I thought Jennifer Love Hewitt was
Everybody
okay.
else was fine.
Compared, yeah.
He was bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, woo. He got better with subsequent movies. I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, later.
Yes. Well, I'm like, he's going to be great because he's a good actor. And I'm like,
yeah,
I do not remember him being this bad. Like, it was next level bad.
And so, we'll talk about this more as I get into Kevin Williamson. But essentially, because Scream was so successful, they fast-tracked another one. got as many, because, Scream, remember, it had like some big names in it too,
yeah.
and young, attractive people. Even some of them that weren't known, they were like young and good looking.
Right.
So kind of followed that same template a little bit different. And that's probably why it kind of feels that way.
Because it was.
On the rewatch now. Yeah. Because it was just like a quick
totally
thing.
Rushed.
All right. So if you haven't seen it, or if you have, I'm going to remind you what this movie is about. Here's the summary. In the idyllic seaside town of Southport, North Carolina, 4 teens, Julie, Helen, Barry, and Ray, accidentally strike and kill a pedestrian on a winding road. Panicked, they make a pact to dispose of the body in the sea and take their secret to the grave. I guess there's a couple spoilers in here. Sorry, everyone. Exactly 1 year later, an estranged Julie returns home and receives a menacing unsigned letter reading, "I know what you did last summer." As the friends frantically reunite to figure out who knows their secret, a mysterious, hook-handed fisherman begins hunting them down.
You know what's funny is while they were sitting there at the campfire in the beginning of the movie and they start telling, Troy goes, "Wait a minute. Is this urban legend? Like, what are we doing?" Like, I was like, I don't know. So then I thought, did Kevin Williamson also do Urban Legend? That was somebody else.
That was somebody else.
Because they all came out around the same time.
I feel like when we watched Urban Legend, I feel like that one was 98 or 99, and this is 97.
Okay, so
yeah,
they were pretty close.
Pretty close. It was just like I'm sure because Scream was so successful.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Oh, we got to make another Scream."
You can't. I haven't even watched any of the Scream sequels since 3.
I watched 6 a couple years ago because I went with one of my kids to the theaters, and it was good.
Was it?
It was really good. It made me want to rewatch all of them. All right, so the film itself, let's talk about, we've already said a little bit of how and why this was made, but this part's really interesting.
Okay.
The foundation of the story is a 1973 suspense novel by Lois Duncan. And the book centers on 4 teenagers who are involved in a hit-and-run accident that kills a young boy on a bicycle. They cover up the crime, but a year later begin receiving threatening messages. But the original book was not a slasher story. It was a psychological morality tale. And the killer and his signature weapon, a fisherman with a hook, were invented for the film.
I feel like they could have got a little more original with the hook situation, guys.
Yes. I mean, from a cinematic aesthetic perspective, the hook was good.
I know, but it's been done already.
Yeah.
And you just had a movie that talked about hooks. And remember, Pacey died with a big giant hook.
Yeah, he did. I mean, and we talked to Cody, our friend Cody, about so essentially they wanted slashers.
Yes.
There's only so many things you can slash with, I guess.
True.
But a hook is rather specific.
I will say that slasher movies are my least favorite kind of horror movie.
Okay. Do you like the more psychological thriller type ones?
I like supernatural.
Okay. That makes sense.
Those are the kind I like the best. The other kind, psychological thriller, fine. I'm very particular. I don't scary movies are not my most favorite kind of thing to watch. I like them only in certain genres. I don't like the whole Saw and all that. Where I don't like tons of violence and gore for the sake of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Fair.
Some characters in here died for no reason.
Yeah,
what? That we never are explained why he's just running around killing Max in the ice house.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I know. That was weird.
I don't know. I just don't like a lot of violence and gore when there's, ever. But especially when it does not even contribute to the storyline. So slashers are not my favorite. Now, I do like Scream, which is technically a slasher movie, but I feel like it's different.
It is. I mean, the plots for Scream are so good.
Yeah. And then I do like the old, 80s. I do enjoy watching some of those, like Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff like that. But again, they have stories behind.
There's a lot of lore behind it. Lore is the one.
Yeah, but supernatural stuff is my favorite, which is interesting because I'm not trying to touch that mess in real life.
No. It's okay in movies. It's fun to kind of fantasize.
Speaking of, that movie Paranormal?
Yeah.
They just made a stage version.
Really?
Oh my God. I was reading about it yesterday. And it sounds amazing on how they stage it.
A normal play or a musical?
It's a straight up play.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. And the way their concept for how they stage it and stuff is so interesting.
Okay.
But anyway.
Oh, you have to send me that. I want to read it. Okay. So even though this film series, because there was more than one, I Know What You Did Last Summer, movie turned into a horror staple, the original author, Lois Duncan, disliked it.
Yeah, because it's a bad movie.
Well, that, but also there's another reason. Remember I told you her novel was in 1973?
Uh-huh.
In 1989, her own daughter, Caitlin, was a victim of an unsolved murder.
Oh, yeah. No.
So I'm wondering how she even sold the rights to it, but maybe I don't know, maybe she just sold the rights and then was like, oh, I don't like what you did.
The rights. They may have just been like, oh, we're inspired by this book.
I guess. I think it was she's listed as a writer.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, she's listed as a writer.
Well.
So because of that, she was opposed to movies that turned violent deaths into entertaining slasher spectacles.
Yeah.
And this is a quote from her. As a mother of a murdered child, so her daughter must have been a kid when she died, I don't find violent deaths something to squeal and giggle about.
Yeah. See, that's kind of where I'm at with like, I don't know. I don't like violent stuff. That's why I don't like true crime, because it's first of all, it's real. And I'm not entertained. I'm so bothered. I'm so bothered by it. Like, and especially if it involves kids. And I'm sorry, if you're a teenager, you're a kid.
Of course.
Anything with children bothers me. And anything with women, females especially. Whew.
It's bothersome.
Bothersome.
Yeah. So she doesn't like the adaptations.
Well,
not that anyone cared that much because they kept making them, but just saying. So the producer of the film, Eric Feig, pitched the book as a movie, and he brought on Kevin Williamson, who had just come off writing Scream and obviously Dawson's Creek, and they adapted it into a gritty 1980s style slasher.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And the introduction of Ben Willis, the fisherman, was not someone in the book.
Right.
It was just the kids, killing the boy on the bicycle and dealing with the ramification. There wasn't like an additional murderer hunting people or whatever.
Now, I will say, speaking of 80s vibes, did you notice that intro scene was how Lost Boys starts? Did you remember that?
Yes.
Over the water?
Over the water.
With a song?
Yeah.
Because Troy and I were watching. He's like, oh, I'm into this intro. I said, this is the Lost Boys intro.
Yeah.
And he's like, except a different song.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God. Also, I'm very disappointed, Lost Boys musical, that Cry Little Sister is not in the Broadway show.
It's not.
It's fucking stupid.
Dang.
I am very upset. You are not staying true to that, but I'm still going to go see the show anyway.
Maybe they couldn't get the rights to it.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Well, if that's why, then you're forgiven.
Yeah. But let us know so she knows if she can forgive you or stay mad at you.
I mean, I'll still go see it.
Yeah. No kidding. Me too. So, of course, the movie was an enormous commercial success, 126 million worldwide.
Whoa.
And it was released as a summer movie.
Right.
So, like the summer blockbuster and all that stuff. And so there were sequels. There was one the very next year. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I feel like I watched that one, but I don't think I watched anything after that.
Yeah,
and
same.
That one starred Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. because the other characters, spoiler alert, get killed in the first one. And they're in a remote island during a hurricane.
And she has a friend.
And then the other one, I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, was 2006. So I was probably like over it by then.
Right.
And that was, it was direct to video. And it did have a supernatural twist. Supernatural twist.
Pass.
And then there was a 2021 TV series, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
We came across that when we were trying to stream. Troy's like, is this it? I was like, who are those people?
Yeah.
No. And Cooper from the other room was like, that's a TV series.
We need the young people to translate for us.
I know.
I didn't look too much into that, but yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
All right. A lot of notes.
I know. Well, I will preface. There's so many people in this film that are big names that I had to gloss.
Oh, for sure.
We could have done 2 hours on Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, absolutely.
And everything she's done. And so I kind of try to do a little more in depth on the 4 main characters. And then some of the supporting ones I wanted to mention is just a quick, like, here's how you know them, etc.
Got it.
But the director, Jim Gillespie, born in 1960, he's a Scottish film director.
Oh.
And he, in addition to this movie, did a movie called Detox. It's D-TOX in 2002 and Venom in 2005.
Oh, okay.
But in 1995, he directed Joyride. Do you remember that one?
Not?
I don't remember. But it was like I don't know. It was pretty popular.
I thought you were ready to be like, remember that movie? It had this.
No, I thought you might.
I don't know.
I was like, I don't know. But it did really well, and like critics loved it. And so it caught Kevin Williamson's eye because he loved that movie. So when Williamson was signed on for I Know What You Did Last Summer, he said, hey, can we try to get that director of that movie? So he didn't know him otherwise.
Was it a scary movie?
I think so. But I think it was more about, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sorry, everyone.
That's okay. Doesn't really matter.
But because Williamson liked that film, that's how this guy got involved. And he was kind of an relatively unknown Scottish filmmaker at the time. And then he obviously got put on the Hollywood map as a horror director after that, although he only did a couple other films. Yeah. And then he wasn't very familiar with I Know What You Did Last Summer before taking the director's job. And so he said he came into it more as like a suspense kind of vibe and less horror. But then it says, which influenced the movie's relatively restrained use of gore.
I mean, I guess compared to like other stuff, it was fairly not as intense. Like for a slasher movie, there wasn't a lot of slashing.
Agree.
I cannot get my microphone right, guys.
You're just, she's
just
struggling over there.
I feel like Goldilocks.
Yeah. Not here, not there. Just right.
Whatever.
So anyway, that's okay. Jim Gillespie. Gillespie. He didn't do a whole lot after that, but then Kevin Williamson and Lois Duncan are listed as the writers, but she's just because she wrote the book. Yeah, she didn't write the screenplay. All right, so Kevin Williamson, who we've talked about a little bit already because of Dawson's Creek, but he was born March 14th, 1965. He wrote Scream. Pretty good job there, which launched the franchise. And he also wrote Scream 2, Scream 4, and Scream 7.
Right, because he hasn't done all of them.
He hasn't done all of them. Yeah. And he also created Dawson's Creek and The Vampire Diaries, which I never watched, but I know was pretty popular. Yeah. And the Fox crime thriller series, The Following, and CBS All Access thriller series, Tell Me a Story.
Don't know any of that.
I don't know either of those. They sound good. And then he also wrote screenplays for The Faculty, which was 1998.
Oh, yeah. I remember that movie.
Cursed, 2005.
Don't remember that one.
Sick, 2022. So that wasn't too long ago.
Like one words, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. And then he's also directed the black comedy film Teaching Mrs. Tingle, which was 99.
I remember that.
That was him. Yeah. He didn't write it, but he directed it.
Okay.
So that's a little bit about him. All right, so let's get into the actors. Jennifer Love Hewitt, who played Julie James. She's a Xennial, February 21st, 1979.
Yeah, and she still looks really good. She looks the same because I think she's touched her face a bit. That's her business.
I think she has a little.
But I was like, she's like my age. And Troy's like, no, she's younger. And I'm like, she is not. She just has money.
Yeah, no, she's not younger. I actually would have thought she was a little older, only because people who were cast in teen films when we were teens were older.
Yeah.
Not because she looks like particularly older, but yeah, she's our age. And she was born in Waco, Texas, to Patricia May, a speech-language pathologist, and Herbert Daniel Hewitt, a medical technician. She has English, Italian, French, Scottish, and German ancestry. And her older brother picked out her name.
That's cute.
After a little blonde girl who he had a crush on.
Oh,
I know, it's really cute. So it's like Jennifer. And then her mom picked her middle name, Love, which was the last name of her best friend from college.
Oh, that's cute.
And apparently in Jennifer's family, they call her by her middle name.
Yeah,
Love.
I remember that from interviews.
Yeah. It's like that's what she goes by to friends and family. Her parents did separate when she was 6 months old, and her mom raised her and her brother on her own in Killeen, Texas.
I know where that is.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know why. I just do.
There you go. So she made her official performing debut at age 3.
Oh, my God.
She sang at a livestock show.
Oh, my God.
How cute would that be? At the age of 4, she was at a restaurant dance hall with her mom, and she disappeared. Like, you know, where you have that moment. You're like, oh my God, where are they? Where are they? We
just talked about that last episode.
Yeah. Well, she was found on the stage singing Help Me Make It Through the Night.
Oh, God, stop. Hilarious.
So cute. At age 5, she started taking tap, jazz, ballet, which led her to joining the Texas Show Team, which was basically competitive dance.
Oh, okay.
And they toured the Soviet Union in Europe. It was like a big deal. And then when she was 10, her family moved to Los Angeles. So her mom, her brother, with encouragement from talent scouts. Oh, actually, her brother stayed behind to finish high school in Texas. Sorry, didn't read ahead far enough again.
He stayed alone?
Yeah, but he was a decent amount older than her.
You just had to finish high school.
Yeah, so he was probably 17 or 18.
Katie's like, just leave him alone to finish high school.
One of my friends did that. Her parents moved
to finish high school?
Yeah, her parents moved to Arizona and she stayed and finished her senior year. She lived like with a different family.
Oh, well, that's what I meant. Like, who did he live with?
I don't know, but I would imagine somebody.
Because Katie's just like, it's fine.
I mean, I guess because I've heard people who have done it.
No, I mean, yes, I've heard of that too, especially in the military. Like, if you have to move your senior year, sometimes kids will just stay with a family friend or whatever and finish their high school life. But I thought, my brain was thinking he was just alone.
Like up on his own.
And I thought you were like, yeah, he's fine.
I mean, maybe he was, but probably not.
She's like, what?
Probably not.
He at high school living alone.
Yeah. They were probably like going to LA and he just found a way to stay back.
Got it.
Finish his school. But I guess they're close. Her and her brother are close. Okay. Yeah.
I've seen pictures of him. I think.
Yeah, I think I have
like
too.
On red carpets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It seems like they have a good relationship. Let's see. So she quickly, when she moved to LA, found national commercial work. And then she got a role on Disney's Kids Incorporated.
Okay. We might need to do an episode on Kids Incorporated.
I thought the same thing.
Because I felt so old the other day. We were doing a dance warm-up to a Fergie song. Mm-hmm. And I said, but y'all remember when she was Stacy on Kids Incorporated first? And everybody was like, what? And I'm like, oh, right. Check your audience.
89 or whatever. Yeah. But she was. And
that show was so good.
And Fergie was on the show the same time. And her future Party of Five co-star, Scott Wolf, was also on it.
Yes, he
then.
was.
And she was the youngest cast member ever on Kids Incorporated when she started, which she was like 10. But she was young. So, but her role on the show won her a Young Artist Award. Oh, yeah. So she was just out there immediately doing big things. Do you remember she was in Sister Act 2 in 1993?
Yep.
And then she kind of starred on a few pilot episodes for TV. Nothing really hit until she was on Party of Five. I loved that show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Another Scream gal, Nev Campbell. Loved her. And Scott Wolf. And was Lacey Colbert?
She was little sister.
Okay. Yeah, I love her too. And that was 1995. So then, of course, she was in I Know What You Did Last Summer in 97. That was actually her first film that she was in, even though she was kind of known from Party of Five.
Yeah, everybody knew her from Party of Five.
And then she was in the first one and the second one. She was actually considered for the role of Helen to begin. Yeah, but then they moved her over to Julie James.
Yeah, that doesn't check.
I know once you think of Sarah Michelle Gellar in that role and Jennifer Love Hewitt in the other role, it's kind of hard to like think of it any other way. And then she was in Can't Hardly Wait the year after, 98.
Now that is cinematic genius.
Heartbreakers 2001, The Tuxedo 2002, and she was in the 2 Garfield live action films.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Among many, many other things, but those are the highlights. And then on TV, she was, do you remember The Ghost Whisperer? Did you ever watch that? That was Supernatural.
No, I don't remember it.
So that was 2005 to 2010. I watched it when my oldest was a baby. So that would have been like 2008.
So she was like a medium?
And so she would try to help solve crimes.
Oh,
but
see,
like
that's true crime, so I ain't watching that.
It is. So it'd be like real crimes, but she would talk to the ghosts.
Yeah, no.
Basically.
No, not my thing.
It was a good show. And then she was on the Lifetime drama series, The Client List. She's been on Criminal Minds first season, 2014 to 2015. And then she was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress for The Client List pilot
That was
film.
about hookers.
2010.
Is that a proper term? Probably not.
I don't think so. I think they're called sex workers
my
now.
bad. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, that's what they're called now.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't know if sex workers care that much.
Was that but is it?
I think it has negative connotations.
Okay, I don't know. I really don't know the history of that word.
I think it has negative connotations because of like, it's sort of saying the person is a manipulator. Because they're hooking like people and Johns as opposed to someone who that's their line of work and someone else is deciding to participate in that line of work. I think that's the difference.
Actually, and now I'm thinking about it, it was about escorts, which is different.
That is different. But either way, she got nominated for a Golden Globe. Look out. She was actually offered a role on Charmed when Shannon Doherty left, but she turned it down.
I did watch a little bit of Charmed. I wasn't like
Charmed.
Like Die Hard. But.
Yeah, that one's a fun one. And then do you remember when she was in Enrique Iglesias' music video Hero?
Yes. Oh, right. She was also in that an LFO video, guys.
Yeah, Girl on TV. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then between the 1990s and 2000s, she dated several high-profile men. Here's a little smattering. Joey Lawrence, Will Friedle, Carson Daly, Rich Cronin, Patrick Wilson, John Mayer, and Jamie Kennedy.
Oh, remember the drama with her and John Mayer?
I do.
Apparently that song, what's that song?
Your Body is a Wonderland.
Was written about her.
Supposedly. He won't admit, she won't admit, but supposedly. Wow. Okay. So then she actually ended up, she was engaged to someone named Ross McCall. He was on The Ghost Whisperer. I think I know who that is. But they ended up not getting married. And then in 2012, she started dating her co-star from The Client List, Brian Hallisey, and they got married. They're still married today.
Her?
Yeah. She was actually 6 days out from giving birth to their daughter when they got married.
Whoa.
Yeah. I looked at some pictures. Of course, like she looks amazing and beautiful. And that was in 2013 that they got married. And then they had a second child in 2015 and then a third child in 2021.
Okay. Lots of
and they're still married and all the things. Okay. So when you're on IMDb, if the performer is famous enough, they have a whole section of like fun facts about them, trivia. So I went through the ones that were there and just grabbed some, just extra things, mostly ones I didn't know. I was like, oh, I never knew that about that person. So the first is, do you know the actress Christine Lakin? She's Ben Stiller's wife.
Oh,
the blonde.
She played Marsha on Brady Bunch, maybe.
Her, yes. They both went to the same high school, Laurel Springs High School, class of 97.
Okay.
And that makes sense because they were probably both in Los Angeles. So that makes sense. So Jennifer Love Hewitt is slightly claustrophobic. And while she was filming a specific episode of Ghost Whisperer in an underground tunnel set, a removable wall had to be installed so she could get out quickly.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. So she was and is a huge fan of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay.
Especially when Gwyneth Paltrow was like late 90s, getting awards, all the things. So she sent Gwyneth Paltrow 3 dozen pink roses the night before she won the Oscar.
3 dozen?
3 dozen. In 1999, and a 2-page letter praising her as a role model and admiring her work. A week later, Paltrow wrote her back. Hewitt framed it, says it's her favorite thing. And then when they met the next year at the Golden Globes, like actually met each other, Hewitt said, she came up to me and gave me a hug for the flowers. I thought I was going to pass out. I was absolutely going to have a heart attack.
Oh my God, that's cute.
So it's like fandom, but maybe girl crush. I'm not really sure.
I know. I said that I was thinking.
A letter, sure. 3 dozen?
3 dozen roses. That's a lot.
That's so many flowers. But anyway, she was inspired by her, I guess. Jennifer Love Hewitt played Nancy Sinatra on NBC's American Dreams in 2002. I vaguely remember that. That was, I think it was a mini-series, not like a series.
Yeah, it was about a bunch of,
When they kind of went through different decades of performers and stuff. She adopted a puppy on location who was in the show.
Y'all knew there was going to be a dog fact.
You knew it. At least one. Maybe
one.
More. I don't know. We're going to see. She named her Boots after the Nancy Sinatra song she performed.
Cute.
Boots are made for walking.
Boots are made for walking. I didn't know that was Nancy Sinatra.
It is.
Didn't know that.
And that's just what they'll do. Yeah. She's rumored to be the inspiration of John Mayer's song. She was a potential nominee, so not an official nominee, in 2003 and 2005 for a Razzie Award. She was a suggestion for Worst Actress for her performance in the film The Tuxedo. And then 2 years later in the Worst Actress category for her role in Garfield the movie.
That's so funny. So if you don't know what a Razzie is, it's basically a spoof on award shows where they give awards for bad performances.
Yeah.
So you don't want a Razzie, although sometimes people do want Razzies.
Some people will like accept them and be like so super happy about it. They're like, thank you, like for noticing that was terrible. Or you think I'm terrible. I thought it was great, you know.
Infamy is still being famous.
I think I would lean into it, honestly. I think I would just be like, cool, you know who I am. Thank you. I'm in the same category as Jennifer Love Hewitt or whatever. Like, that may never happen again. So
they still talking about you, whether it's good or bad.
Still talking about you, but she didn't actually get nominated.
Oh.
But she was in consideration. All right, so let's move on to Sarah Michelle Gellar, who played Helen Shivers, also a Xennial.
Can we talk about that they gave these characters like weird old people names?
It is weird.
Helen Barry.
Ray.
Yeah. What?
Max is
that's fine.
Kind of universal.
Julie is fine.
Julie's fine.
Helen and Barry?
I thought Barry was especially weird to me.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it was a little strange. So she's also a Xennial, April 14th, 1977. She was born in New York City. She's the daughter of Rosalind Greenfield, who taught at a nursery school or preschool, and Arthur Gellar, who worked in the garment industry.
Okay.
And she's of Russian Jewish and Hungarian Jewish descent. So she was eating in a local restaurant. See, this is New York City for you. When she was 4, and an agent came up and talked to her family about her.
See, that's creepy. I don't like that.
But that's how she got put in her first movie in 1983. So she would have been 6 when that came out, in Invasion of Privacy, which also doesn't sound great for your 6-year-old to be in. But the year before that, in 82, she did that Burger King commercial.
I was going to say, wasn't she in a fast food commercial?
First, yeah. King, I think she got cast in the movie, but it wasn't out yet. And then she got cast in the Burger King commercial. And it was the first commercial to ever mention a competitor by name.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
So McDonald sued Burger King and her.
We talked about this.
We did. I think it was when we were doing like jingles maybe or something. Yeah. And so she wasn't allowed to enter a McDonald's unless she was in disguise.
Shut up. That's so funny.
Because of truth in advertising laws.
Oh.
Because in the commercial, she said, I only eat at Burger King.
Right. That's hilarious.
I mean, I would just send my mom through the drive-thru and be like, bring it home.
But is it that hard to not eat McDonald's?
No, just go to Burger King.
Yeah, like
or like hard. I know, guys. I know they're different, and the fries are better one place or another, and the whole thing. But generally,
honestly,
it's the same kind of thing.
I like Burger King fries better than McDonald's fries, guys.
I really like Burger King food, and I'm bummed because so many are closing, and particularly the one by us here. I never once had a good experience going to it. I would always try again, and I'd be missing something. It would take forever.
Jerks.
They'd be like, pull up. We got to make the chicken. And I'd be sitting there for 20 minutes. And every time I'd be like, why do I keep
coming
back?
But
I really like their burgers and I like their fries. And then they closed and I was really sad. But I was also like, well, they weren't. At least this particular one was not the best.
But it's okay because your A1 plus favorite, Arby's, is still around.
It is. So I have no notifications on my phone, but somehow my Arby's app, I must have notifications on. So I'll just be like looking at text and an Arby's notification. And it's funny because I never get I think I get Venmo and Arby's.
I don't know how to turn them all. I need to just go through and turn on
the thing is, it's like when you download one, I must have hit the button that said yes for those 2 specifically. I don't mind Venmo because it's usually telling me someone paid me.
Money.
So I'm like, cool. But it's almost funny. It's like Venmo money and then it's like Arby's. I was like, Arby's knows I have money. They want me to come eat. Anyway, all the other apps are like, we would also like your money, but you don't get notifications from us. All right. So, if
y'all can't hear that, her phone just went off Venmo notification.
Okay. That was so weird. So in my pocket, my Venmo notification went off. That's so funny.
That is so crazy.
I'll look at that later. If Arby's comes across.
Who sent it? Because now we got to know.
know. And sometimes Venmo be sending me stuff like, update your contact info.
No, but it was cha-ching.
It was a cha-ching. So that feels positive.
I can't wait to see. If Arby's sent her money just now, that is insanity.
No. Oh, no. It's just someone paying me for a t-shirt.
Okay. It's not Arby's.
That's it.
Not Arby's, guys.
But look.
That was so weird.
That's funny. I mean, it's enough to get Arby's, although I have to pay for a t-shirt with it. So it's not. But if you want to send me money for Arby's, don't send it through Venmo because that's my business one. But I'll give you my personal Zelle. Or send me Arby's gift cards. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That also works. Or just hand them to me. Moving on. Oh, and ironically, McDonald's ended up being a pretty big sponsor of Buffy the Vampire Slayer on TV later.
Right.
So I guess they mended their ways. So obviously she's been in a bunch of movies, tons of commercials. She's done things on stage. She did a television series in 1992 called Swan's Crossing.
I loved that show.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what channel. What did you say channel it was on?
I didn't say.
It was on like a random channel, like a week, like I don't know.
Like cable or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember a friend of mine, we loved it, but it was only around like one season. It was like a teen soap opera.
Ooh.
It was so good. And I think she had dark hair in it because when she was on All My Children, she had dark hair.
She's a natural brunette.
Yes.
But ever since Buffy, she has dyed it blonde and kept it because it's like her look. She looks great as a blonde, but she is a natural brunette, like the Burger King commercial. Yep. Her hair is brunette. Yeah. So, and then she did, I Know What You Did Last Summer in 97. She was actually in Scream 2.
Did you say she was on All My Children?
Yes. Well, I haven't got there yet. Okay. But yes, she was. And then and then she's most commonly known for her role as Buffy, which launched in 97. And she won an Emmy Award for her performance as Kendall Hart on the soap opera All My Children.
Yeah, she was on that before Buffy.
Yes. That would have been, I guess I don't have the date. I'm sorry. The date literally for everything.
She was a teen.
Yeah, so it would have been Swan's Crossing-ish time, probably.
I think she was on All My Children first. And the only reason I know this is because my mom used to love All My Children. And when my mom worked full-time, so she would record it. Mm-hmm. And then she would catch up on it, like on the VCR like tape. And I just remember her on there.
Yeah. So that was probably like early 90s. Yeah. That she would have been on the show. And then a short movie list, other things she's been in, Simply Irresistible, which was 99. I don't quite remember that one, but I think it was just like a teen rom-com. Cruel Intentions.
We've got to do an episode.
Got to watch. Because I was thinking of that with her and Ryan Phillippe. And
Reese.
And then
and Pacey.
And Nev Campbell.
Yeah. No.
Is it Nev Campbell in that one?
Selma Blair. Nev Campbell's not in that.
She's not in it at all? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I love Selma Blair too. Live action Scooby-Doo, 2002. She was Daphne. And then she's also provided her voice to several movies. Small Soldiers in 98, Happily and in Ever After, 2006, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2007. And then she was in The Grudge, and she co-starred with Robin Williams and James Wolk in the television series The Crazy Ones, 2013.
Don't know that.
Her and Robin Williams, so I bet it's pretty good. So she still lives in Los Angeles with her husband, Freddie Prinze Jr.
They're still married.
And they did meet on the set of I Know What You Did Last Summer. But they were only friends until 2000.
Okay.
They didn't date those first couple years. And then they got married in 2002. They have two kids, one born in 2009 and one born in 2012.
Okay.
And her most frequent collaborator on any project to date is her husband.
Oh.
So in addition to I Know What You Did Last Summer, they were both in She's All That.
Oh, right.
The Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2. I guess they were both in this Happily and Ever After.
I don't know what that is.
I'm having trouble even saying because the way it's written. Operation Rich in Spirit.
What?
I don't know. And she's a very active advocate for various charities. Breast Cancer Research, Project Angel Food, Habitat for Humanity are a few.
Okay, girl.
And a lot of things I found on her, she's an avid reader and always was growing up. So she contributes to a lot of literacy organizations and is just like a big proponent of reading.
Yay,
especially
love that,
for kids.
fellow bookworm.
All right, so a few other little fun facts. She studied Taekwondo for 5 years.
Wow.
Yep. She also knows how to kickbox, street fight, and gymnastics.
Well, okay, ma'am.
Makes sense for Buffy.
Oh, true.
I wonder if some of that training was for that.
She did do some of her own stunts. Yeah, probably.
So we know her as Sarah Michelle Gellar, but legally for their 5th anniversary, she did change her last name to Prinze.
Oh.
So her name is Sarah Michelle Prinze now.
Okay.
And on their 5th anniversary, she showed Freddie her new driver's license.
Oh.
I know. I mean, I guess that's cute, but then I'm also like,
who cares?
Change your name or don't change your name.
I feel like
that made me feel a little weird for some reason.
Well, you know what's interesting is, speaking of that thing, the two leads in our show, Fiona and Shrek, are married. Mm-hmm. They're only been married a few years. They're young, but she kept her last name.
Yeah.
And people would ask her constantly about it. And I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's so antiquated. Like, I don't even wear a wedding ring anymore.
I know. I've stopped wearing mine too.
Like, if you have to have these antiquated things to say, I am married, then that's society. That's nothing. Because my husband gives two shits. Like, he don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine either. In fact, I was going to keep mine and people do it for different reasons. Sometimes they just want to.
Mine's just in my way. It's just in my way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was already a published writer when I got married. So I was like not of books, but I was a journalist.
Oh, I meant my ring.
Oh,
sorry.
You're like, mine's just in my way. I'm like, your old
Well,
last
and I
name?
did change my name. Because for military stuff, it was just way easier as a military spouse.
I mean, it is easier to do.
Yeah.
And once you start having kids, it's easier.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of keeping mine. Plus, my daughter had my last name at birth. But then when we realized she could change her name at the same time as mine, we just went ahead and changed it.
It's just easier sometimes.
Yeah. And it was fine. And sometimes I still use my maiden like on things like with my new last name. Like I use all three. But because that was actually something I thought about when I published my book.
Well, of course.
But then again, it was just easier. It's like, well, Katie Parsons, that's easy. Let's just use that.
Like a lot of professionals, that's why they do that. Is because they don't want all their work to go away. Like I have a friend who's a physicist, right?
Whoa.
I know. And she kept her last name so all her research would still stay attached to her when she got married.
See, that's really smart. Yeah, that's really smart. And people can find you that way. Okay, so back to some fun facts about Sarah Michelle Prince. Director Raja Gosnell, who directed Scooby-Doo, wanted a real-life couple to play Fred and Daphne. Yeah, and they weren't married yet when they filmed it, but it was her boyfriend, so they were her first choice.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's really cute. So Sarah Michelle Gellar, Prince, whatever, has been asked which of her films she won't let her children watch.
Cruel Intentions?
Cruel Intentions, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Scooby-Doo.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Maybe they asked her when her kids were little, and she was afraid they'd be scared. I mean, they're still kind of small.
There are a lot of people who make fun of those Scooby-Oo movies, saying that it's horrible.
Maybe that's why. Maybe because it's not scary. She's like, I don't want to see you to see me in the one I almost got nominated for. Oh, no, that was somebody else. That wasn't even her.
But anyway.
Okay. She's done voices in video games. She's in Call of Duty's Call of the Dead.
Okay.
Along with some other actors. And she is the first playable female character in all of the Call of Duty games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
She's a longtime friend of actor Seth Green and has collaborated a bunch with him. They were both in Scooby-Doo 2, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then Robot Chicken. She's voiced some stuff on there as herself and other characters. She has said her favorite movie. Want to guess? Just guess any movie in the world. What do you think it might be?
Willy Wonka.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's what you say, Willy Wonka.
Movie. I don't know. It just pops in my brain.
I say whatever, and then you say that. I'm like, what?
Well, you told me.
I know.
I'm
kidding.
Control it.
I'm
it's
kidding.
like when somebody says, say a food, and you say like coffee. That does not, I don't know.
It doesn't compute. At least you did say a movie.
I did.
Heathers. 1989. That's her favorite movie.
You know, not my favorite 80s movie.
Yeah. I like Heathers.
It's fine.
I like the musical too. It's good music.
You can probably guess why I don't like that movie.
The like sex stuff?
No.
Oh no, that's me.
No, it's the
me
suicide
that doesn't like
stuff. I just don't.
I'm sorry.
I just don't.
Yes.
like
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yeah.
She said the sex stuff. I'm unbothered by that.
You're like, that's not bothersome at all.
It's
Calm down.
You're right. Suicide is made light of. I just
for entertainment.
And that's just me. And it's supposed to be entertaining and funny, like darkly funny. It's just not. It's not my favorite.
I get it. I totally understand. She has said her idol is Stockard Channing. Are we going to mention Stockard Channing in every Xennial?
I mean,
what our next one we research, we got to find the connection. It's like 2 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Stockard Channing.
Stockard Channing.
Okay.
And then she had to turn down the following roles because of her commitment to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angela in American Beauty, Marla Singer in Fight Club, Mary Fiore in The Wedding Planner, which I think that went to Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Isn't that her?
Yeah.
And Jenny in Gangs of New York.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's doing just fine with Buffy, guys.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's like her iconic forever role. Okay, so that's her. And so some of the stuff about her now husband, I'm not going to say again because I already said it.
Yeah, you already said it.
But Freddie Prinze Jr. played Ray Bronson.
Ray.
He was born, he's not a Xennial, but close, March 8th, 1976 in Los Angeles. And he's the only child of comedian and actor Freddie Prinze, who was the star of the TV sitcom Chico and the Man. But he died when Freddie Jr. was less than a year old.
Yeah, sad.
So he was raised primarily by his mother in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he's fluent in Spanish. He's always talking about how he's proud of his Puerto Rican heritage. And then he developed an interest in acting. I mean, I'm sure he came by it very honestly, but he started in children's theater And then after high school, moved back to Los Angeles to pursue acting professionally.
Okay, a bunch of kid people. Kid performers is what I meant to say.
And his first movie was I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, well, maybe that's why it was terrible.
Which shows.
Whoosh.
He was just very, like, one level the whole movie.
Well, he did a lot of, this makes sense now, because he did a lot of, like, newbie actor mistakes, even if he did community theater. I've never done film acting, but I'm sure it's very different because the way you act on film is very different than you have to do on a stage.
It is.
So he was just very like, oh, no. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
It was,
Which may translate on stage just fine.
Totally.
But looks totally unnatural.
Yeah. And
it
he
looks
just
totally
was
forced.
Very mild. I don't know. He just wasn't super engaging.
And the faces he kept making were so annoying to me.
Yeah. So I'm guessing he had a pretty sharp learning curve, though, because then some of the movies he did in years after that were pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, he was really good. I'm sure, too, he probably started taking, like, professional acting classes in LA and film acting and all those things. And then he was Ray again in the sequel of the movie. And then he was in She's All That in 1999, which he's kind of credited with that being his breakout role. He played the role of Zach Seiler.
Yeah, I hate that movie.
I don't like that one either. Oh, I don't even think about it.
It's one of those movies where you're like, oh, this girl's unattractive, and then she takes glasses off and she's attractive.
And
it's
also,
the
like,
dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It's dumb, and also, like, it's totally focused on what she looks like.
Correct.
Which was our Shallow Hal problem, too. But very of that time, of those years.
Yeah, true facts.
And then the Scooby-Doo movies, of course. And then he was in something called Summer Catch. Oh, I do remember that one. In 2001, it's a baseball-themed romantic comedy. I vaguely remember that. I can't remember who his love interest was, though.
I don't even remember.
TV stuff, he was on Boston Legal. He was a recurring role there. He was on the 8th season of the show 24.
Did you watch that? That seems like a show you would have watched.
The timing of it was weird, but yes. Okay. I haven't watched it start to finish.
It was on forever, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, I mean, he was on the 8th season. I want to say there were 9 or 10.
Oh, I never watched it. That's not for me.
That might be one I should watch now. Like, rewatch. I'll let you know.
I mean, I'm not watching it, but let me know what
and then make you watch it.
I'm not doing it.
I'll be like, it's all supernatural. There's no crime or suspense.
Lies.
Kiefer Sutherland is a vampire.
No, he's not. He's a human, and I'm not doing it.
He's a human person. Okay. Do you remember he was on Friends? He was the nanny, the male nanny.
Yeah.
And then he was in Star Wars Rebels. He voiced Kanan Jarrus.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, in the animated. It's an animated film, which you probably knew.
That. Yep, Cooper watched that.
Outside of acting, he is a martial artist. He's into cooking, video games. Both of them
be going.
And he loves professional wrestling.
Okay.
He actually worked as a WWE writer and producer.
Okay, I love that.
So he really likes
y'all
it.
That know it's fake.
It's fake, yeah. So he's written storylines for
I call those straight male soap operas. Wrestling.
Yeah. Wrestling, the professional wrestling, if you will.
It really is. They have whole storylines and all the things.
They do, I know. And it is like a soap opera because everything's revisited.
Oh, yeah.
So like the drama between these two comes back in a month when they face off again, and there's like romantic drama, but also wrestling and fighting. Yeah. It's good stuff if you get into it.
I went through a phase. My sister and her first husband used to watch it, and I would watch it with them sometimes, but I just can't. It's just so silly to me. And I just, like, even though I know the fighting's not real, I mean, it's stage fighting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's not for me, guys.
Not for you.
Not for me.
And I mean, they're very athletic. They have to be, right?
They have to be in hella shape.
To be like lifting stuff and all the things they've got to do to stay safe doing all that stuff.
Correct.
So, I mean, they're athletes, but yeah, it's fake.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we're not spoiling anything for any of the listeners. I don't think. I hope not. All right, let's move on to Ryan Phillippe.
Okay.
Phillippe.
I don't know. I always say it wrong.
Phillippe.
I always say it.
I'm going to say it like that.
Phillippe. But that's wrong.
I think it's Phillippe.
Whatever.
Ryan Phillippe.
Y'all know who we're talking about.
And he was Barry Cox.
Barry.
And you know
his last name is Cox. That's funny.
Yeah, which was really funny. His first name's actually Matthew. Matthew Ryan Phillippe. Yep, he goes by Ryan, though.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I know.
Middle name?
He doesn't really look like a Matthew to me.
Well, it's just because we know him as Ryan.
That's true.
And let me tell you, that sir is so attractive.
He's so good looking.
He is so good looking.
It's silly.
It's absolutely silly.
And he was born in 1974, so a little older.
He was the oldest?
Mm-hmm.
He has a baby
of
face.
The four, he does.
He's one that aged well, too.
Uh-huh. I know, he looks the same, honestly.
Not fair.
And he was born in Newcastle, Delaware. His mother ran a daycare center from their home. His father was a chemist, and he had 3 sisters and earned a black belt in Taekwondo as a teenager. Look at these
3 martial artist
people. He attended modeling and talent classes in Delaware.
Okay, every time you say Delaware, I remember on Wayne's World. Do you remember the scene on Wayne's World where they're like on the green screen?
Yeah.
And they're going through all the different states, and then they get to Delaware, and they're like, because they do like New York, and they're like, hello, I'm in New York. I'm going to get it, whatever.
Yeah.
That was my New York accent, by the way.
Wow,
then they go to Delaware, and they're like, hi, I'm in Delaware.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I felt when I was saying where his modeling and talent classes were. I was like, in Delaware. Look, listeners, if you're from Delaware and you think it's amazing, I don't know anything about it.
There.
So I'm sure it's a wonderful place. But yeah, people tend to joke on Delaware a little bit.
Yeah, well,
they do.
Wayne's World is another one on our list.
Yes.
How have we not watched that one yet?
I don't know.
I fucking love that movie.
I like the first one and the second one. They're both really good.
We need to wear that for Halloween.
That's got to be at least one of our 4 or 5 that we do this year. 100%.
Okay.
So his first major role came in 1992 when he is cast as Billy Douglas on the daytime soap opera One Life to Live.
Another soap opera.
He was the first openly gay teenager on a daytime soap opera.
That's right. That's right.
And he has said that that was a role that obviously defined him as a performer. And so he was in I Know What You Did Last Summer. He was in the movie 54. Do you remember that?
Yep.
That was 1998, 1999. Cruel Intentions. The Way of the Gun. I've never watched. That's 2000. Gosford Park. Remember that one?
That was a good movie.
2001. Crash. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that movie. 2004. And he was he the cop that basically like assaults the black woman at the traffic stop?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then Flags of Our Fathers, which was that Clint Eastwood World War II drama.
Oh, yeah.
So he played like a young soldier in World War II. And he was in The Lincoln Lawyer in 2011 with Matthew McConaughey.
Ooh, 2 good-looking people.
2 very good-looking people. And then TV, One Life to Live. He was in Damages, 2012. I never watched that, but I heard that was a good show. Shooter. I don't even know what that is, but it was on for 3 seasons, 2016 to 18. Big Sky. That's that like Western set show. I think it's in Montana.
Never heard of that.
He was on it in 2020. I believe that's the one that Reba McEntire's on.
See, this is all things out of my...
And it's like ranching soap opera out in the West.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Kind of like Dallas feel.
Okay.
But modern.
Okay. Didn't know.
And then Motorheads, which is a 2025 show that he stars alongside his son, Deacon Phillipe.
Okay, cute.
Who looks just like him. And then her daughter, Ava, looks just like her.
I know, crazy.
Did you see she's going to have a baby?
No, but that's
Ava.
cute.
So, yeah, because Reese was like all excited she's going to be a grandma.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's how oh my God, Reese Witherspoon's a grandma, then we are old.
Getting there. And then he's also the co-founder of the production company Lucid Films, which I feel like I've seen things by them because I can see the opening. It's like unless it's a totally different company, but it almost looks like a puddle and like a drop of rain or something in it.
Oh, okay.
We're going to look that up after. But so that's him. I didn't even get into
Where's his fun facts?
Here's a few.
Okay.
He met actress Reese Witherspoon at her 21st birthday party.
Isn't that cute?
So he was invited just because he was a Hollywood person, I guess, in 1997. And then they starred together in Cruel Intentions.
And she was pregnant while they filmed that movie.
She was. Love that.
I know.
Married in 99, and they have 2 children, Ava and Deacon. They separated in 2006, and their divorce was finalized in 2008. So I guess I didn't realize they were married such a short time.
Yeah, it was real short.
6 or 7 years, yeah.
Well, they got married young, and I don't know.
They did.
Like, she got pregnant before they got married, so I don't know if they were like, well, let's just go ahead and do this.
Agreed.
I mean, I don't know their business. They're not my besties, but...
Right. I'm sure. I'm sure it was all that. And he also has another daughter, Kai, with actress and model Alexis Knapp.
I don't know who that is.
And in recent
I feel like
years,
I've said that so many times this episode.
Yeah. I feel like either she had something to do with their divorce or they dated quickly after. I mean, he dated a lot of people right after they got divorced.
Avi.
Yes. And in recent years, he's talked about how proud he is of his 3 children, and he enjoys working professionally with his son.
Okay.
He's like outspoken about that. And that's it for him.
Okay.
Those are the fun facts.
Man, I was ready for some drama. I was ready for some.
I mean, you can get as deep in the weeds as you want with the divorce stuff.
No, I mean, I just mean with all these actors. Like,
oh, no, not really.
Ready
not
for
really
some, like,
much other than relationship stuff. But nobody, at least that I researched for this, has been arrested or anything crazy going on like that. So they're just murderers in the movies.
Okay.
That's all that we know of. All right. So now I've got some supporting people. Again, I could have spent a zillion years on all of these, but I didn't. And the first one's Anne Heche.
Oh, yeah.
Missy
Man, she's
Egan.
So good in this, too.
She's so good.
I know.
And I always forget how stinking pretty she is until I see her in something again. And I'm like, man, she was so beautiful.
She's so striking.
Striking. That's a good word. And so she was born May 29th, 1969. And she was on Another World. Mm-hmm. She won a Daytime Emmy for that.
Lots of soap stars.
Lots of soap. Which, I love a soap star.
I know you do.
And I'm still rallying for Peter Gallagher to make it happen. And I don't watch any soap, so I probably won't. Well, I would watch it if he was on it. I would.
He's old now, though. I don't
care. I'd still watch it. Okay. Some other movies that she was in: Donnie Brasco in 97, Volcano in 97, 6 Days, 7 Nights in 1998, which was opposite Harrison Ford. Remember that one. Wag the Dog, 1997. Yes. And then she was in the TV series Men in Trees from 2006 to 2008.
Okay.
I looked it up. I was like, I don't know what that is. So, quick glossing over this, but just trigger warning for some talk of abuse toward children. So she was one of those that has, like, right when she was alive, wrote a memoir about stuff that had happened in her life. So I won't get too in the weeds, but she has talked about severe sexual abuse by her father during her childhood. And then he actually died when she was 13 from AIDS.
Wow.
Yeah. So just a lot happening there. And then just a few months later, her 18-year-old brother died in a car crash.
Oh, geez.
So like within the same year.
Oof.
And then she dated Ellen DeGeneres, which was very highly publicized. And they broke up in 2000. And she has what she later described as a mental health crisis. Mm-hmm. Being in the spotlight, obviously, I'm sure even if she was getting help and therapy and all the things, there's a lot of trauma that comes along with the things that happened to her and being in the spotlight. And because they, are both women, it's a much more, you're going to get a lot more haters of your relationship, especially at that time. So she just had said that was just such a difficult time to be herself. Yeah. Especially after they broke up and all of that. And then in August 2022, she was involved in a serious car crash in Los Angeles and died from her injuries at age 53. She did donate all her organs, which helped, obviously, multiple recipients. But there was some talk that she was under the influence when that happened. It doesn't look like that's ever been confirmed.
Well, if that's the case, you can't donate organs then.
Oh, then maybe not. Must not have been then.
Right? I could be wrong, but
I would think
I thought that if you're under the influence when you they can't
do it. I don't know. That's a good point.
I might be wrong.
Maybe it's just certain organs too. Maybe like some organs aren't affected by that.
Well, somebody let me know.
Who knows? Someone tell us. All right, let's move on to Johnny Galecki, Max Nurek. Okay, I love him. He makes me smile.
Cooper walked in. He's like, where do I know that guy from? I said, Roseanne. He's like, no, he was on a sitcom. I said, Roseanne. He was talking about Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, yeah. Like for
Leonard Hofstadter.
Yeah. So anyway.
And he's in Christmas Vacation.
Oh,
he's
true
Rusty.
Facts. Yeah.
And
one of them.
One of them.
Yes.
Well, the Christmas one.
Oh, yeah.
The Christmas.
In my brain, I was thinking
all of them.
Yeah,
no, the Christmas one.
He's in Christmas Vacation.
And
that's right.
Does look exactly the same.
His face looks exactly the same.
It's like it like grew with him.
I know.
But that's it.
It's so weird.
And his voice is very similar.
I
know. So he was born April 30th in 1975 in Brie, Belgium, to American parents while his father was stationed there for the U.S. Air Force.
Oh, all right. Come on.
And then they moved to Chicago, where he was mostly raised. And he has said that he, from a young age, wanted to be an actor. which from a young age he was, because he was in that movie.
You already were doing that, sir.
He began performing in local Chicago theater productions, and then he moved on to television and film. His first on-screen role was in 1987 in the miniseries Murder Ordained. I don't know what that is, but it sounds great.
She's fascinated.
I'm finding it.
Google now.
Tell me now. And then one of his earliest film roles was playing Rusty Griswold in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989.
Love.
Which really kind of launched him into the public eye. And then TV, he was on The Big Bang Theory. Do you know that
And
show was on for...
Roseanne.
I haven't. That show was on for 12 years. The Big Bang Theory.
I never watched it.
Leonard Hofstadter.
Never watched it.
And then Roseanne, 92 to 97, and then again in 2018. And then it was renamed The Connors.
Yeah.
And so he was on the season from 2018 to 2019.
David.
And he plays David Healy. And then other movies, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Vanilla Sky, 2001,
Mm-hmm.
Hancock, 2008, and In Time, 2011.
Don't know that.
I don't know the final two on that one. So that's Johnny Galecki. Muse Watson, which what a cool name.
Muse.
He was the killer, Ben Willis,
okay.
killer fisherman. So
he made a good grimace face. He was like,
yes.
like every scene where he's like the side teeth.
Yeah. He did a good job.
I mean,
I couldn't figure out how I knew him otherwise because I was like, I swear I know this. And then the voice, like I was like, I know it. He plays a character on NCIS.
Oh.
He's like an older agent who is a mentor to some of them.
Okay.
And that voice is just like very like gruff and raspy, like Smoker's voice, you know?
Got you.
And so that's him.
Okay.
It says audiences may know him even better as Mike Franks on NCIS. And he was also on Prison Break.
Neither one of those shows I have watched. I feel like I have not seen anything that any of these fucking people have been in.
Yeah, well.
Because it's all crime crap.
You better get started.
I'm
just kidding.
I'll be all right.
He is a longtime character actor with a rugged screen presence. And that's mostly like how he's cast. I mean, obviously in NCIS, he's on the good side, but they portray him as kind of like, you know how, well, maybe you don't because you don't watch these shows. In those shows, there's always like the bad boy one who's like,
oh, yeah. Well,
they're not doing anything illegal, but they're the ones that'll like push a perp up against the wall and be like, you better tell me. Like, he's that guy. And actually, Donnie Wahlberg is that guy on Blue Bloods.
They're the saucy one.
They're always like, you're going to get this case thrown out because of your behavior. And he's like, well, I got to get the criminals, sis.
Book her now, guys.
I mean, I just summarized every episode.
She's available.
Of Blue Bloods. Yes. That was my Donnie Wahlberg, to be sure. Not my Muse Watson. Well, you did the face for Muse Watson, so we'll just leave that alone. Okay.
Book me now.
Book her now. Book me as a Donnie Wahlberg, specifically to Blue Bloods, impressionist.
Never getting a call.
Never.
It's fine.
Only
we got to get through
We got to get going. Okay.
It's been a long time.
Final actress that I have.
Final one.
Bridgette Wilson Sampras, who played Elsa Shivers, Helen's sister. She's one of the most recognizable actresses of the mid-90s. She was Veronica Vaughn in Billy Madison, Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat, and Elsa Shivers, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. She's a former Miss Teen USA, and she's married to tennis legend Pete Sampras.
Oh, stop it.
So that's why her name is Bridgette Wilson.
Love that.
Sampras. And she has really stepped away from Hollywood since 2000 or so.
Okay.
She's probably just living her best life with her money
girl.
and her athletic husband, just like, whatever.
I'm good.
All right. So a few little facts about the movie that we didn't talk about yet. Again, there's a million out there, but these were some extras I found on IMDb.
Okay, fun.
So Kevin Williamson comes from a family of fishermen. Yes. And so that kind of inspired some of the writing on that with the hook and all the things.
And I'm assuming he's from that area of the country, considering all his shit be over there.
Like Dawson's is over there, like all the things, yeah.
And did you know they called it Dawson's River or something?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I noticed that.
That was funny.
That was really funny. So he this is a quote from Kevin Williamson. Everyone in my family is a fisherman except me. And so I utilized that little old hook that I'd seen hanging on the back of the fish house all my life.
Love it.
Okay. Well, at least there's relative reason for that.
At least you have some inspiration.
Melissa Joan Hart turned down a part in the film.
Oh?
She lost out on the role of Scream Sidney Prescott to Nev Campbell, but then she was offered the part, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, but she said she turned it down because she thought it was a ripoff of Scream, and she thought it wasn't going to be good.
Well, good call there.
Yeah.
I mean, it still made a lot of money.
It did. Jamie Lee Curtis and Jennifer Love Hewitt are friends.
Love.
And apparently the same time they were filming I Know What You Did Last Summer, so Jennifer Love Hewitt, that was her first movie, even though she'd been in other things, but that was her first movie. Jamie Lee Curtis was also shooting a movie right next door in 99 called Virus.
Oh, yeah.
And they met. And so every day they would meet and chat and give hugs.
Cute.
And like go to their set or whatever.
They were film besties.
And she said, Jennifer Love Hewitt said that Jamie Lee Curtis was like, "Oh, are you doing a film?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm doing a horror film." And she was like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. This is great." So they're kind of like mentor, bestie, whatever.
So cute.
She said she came by and gave me a big hug every day.
Cute.
That's so cute. One of the most iconic scenes in I Know What You Did Last Summer, it's the scene where Julie's in the middle of the street.
And she goes, wait, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Hold.
Okay.
Let me do
Please
it.
hold.
Hold on. I wrote it down because I said, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Yes.
Supposedly was directed by a child.
What you mean?
A kid won a contest.
Oh, that's great.
To get to be on set. And they got to help direct stuff in like a single scene.
Well, best scene of the movie. So well done,
Isn't
kid.
that crazy? And so she said, I have no idea where that kid is. But he was like, I want her to stand in the street and just turn around and scream. I was literally like, are you kidding me right now? And then it ended up looking really cool and everybody loves it.
I mean, that's the iconic scene from that movie.
It is.
And it was in like every preview.
Yep.
Come on.
And she said drunk trick-or-treaters will just like yell that at her still.
See?
Yeah. So good job, kid, whoever
just
you
drunk
are.
Trick-or-treaters?
I'm sure someone knows who this kid is, and hopefully he's doing very well. But
let us know.
Yeah, that's what she said, drunk trick-or-treaters. Director Jim Gillespie was influenced by Jaws. Even though there's no sharks in it, the idea... Spoiler, if you came for sharks, this is not the film for you. But it's... I get what he means because it's that summertime by the sea, like the opening scenes where it's like the 4th of July and they've got the fireworks, kind of a vacation town, that vibe. That is also in Jaws.
Okay.
You don't look convinced.
I'm like, I guess. I mean, there's water.
But Jaws is in the summer too. So like everyone's on vacation, everyone's doing these like summertime things. And so that was like the pageant and all that stuff. That's all stuff that's in Jaws.
Okay.
So he just, I mean, obviously it didn't influence the whole film, but that idea of summertime being a little bit different.
You know what would have been awesome? Made
What?
this movie better? If the villain was a shark. Like Land Shark from Saturday Night Live.
It's like the shark was driving the BMW the whole time.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Land Shark?
Yes.
Okay. What if it was Land Shark, guys? That was the killer. That would have made this movie way better.
There may be another sequel someday, and we might find out who the real one was.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so basically it's the juxtaposition between summer fun and horrific deaths.
Okay,
it's a comparison.
Okay.
So that kind of makes sense.
Well, that makes sense.
So those are all my official notes.
Look
we
at
did
that.
it.
An hour and 17 minutes.
But now we got to talk about the movie itself.
Well, I don't feel like it'll take us that long.
I don't either. We kind of already said how we felt. I don't have that much. And then I have special notes.
From Tegan?
From Tegan, although we did fall asleep halfway through. So it's only about halfway through the movie that I have notes. So my 11-year-old watched this with me. We both fell asleep. And I was afraid she'd be scared, but honestly, she just thought it was stupid. And I'll read some of her.
I mean, it was stupid.
I'll read some of her quotes when we get to it. But okay. So my first comment was so many stars. Like I had forgotten how many of these people.
But a lot of the old, I say old, a lot of the movies at that time tried to push in as many people of the time.
Totally.
As you could.
Because
that's where your money comes from.
Totally. Yeah, so many. And they were so young.
So young.
Oh my gosh. Because like you said, Jennifer Love Hewitt kind of looks the same. But when you look at a picture of her now and then, just as if you looked at a picture of me when I was 22 and now, you are like, oh, wow.
Well, for us, it's a lot different because we do not have the money to.
We are aging naturally because we have to.
Because we don't have the money to do anything about it.
Correct. So... Not of choice. But so I love that. I had kind of forgotten about the older sister.
I forgot about the beginning scene with the kid with the locket.
Oh.
Troy was like, what's this? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, wait, is that the guy who dies? I was like, no.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
I don't know. I just totally forgot about it. And then, I wrote, basically, my overall statement for this whole movie is acting and writing is not good. Period. Slay.
I will say the cinematography was good.
Okay, I said acting and writing.
So you did. So I'm not arguing with your point. Yeah. I'm saying the way that they shot it.
The filming was good. You're right.
The filming was really good. And the music was really good. The score was good. Like the ominous stuff and all that was really
Agreed
good.
with you.
I did say the aesthetic in some parts is similar to Dawson's Creek. Yeah. And it makes sense, which we already said. Like just that seaside. And even when they go to see Barry at his house and he's out on that little balcony, I was like, this looks like Dawson's yard.
Totally does. Maybe it was.
Maybe it
never
was. I said the scream acting was good.
Oh, yeah. The screams. All the screams.
Oh, yeah. All the screams were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they did a good job. And I said Ryan Phillippe is a convincing jerk.
Well, good-looking people usually are.
That might be it. And he's got that, like, chiseled look, which I think somehow adds to it. Not to assume that all men that look like that are that way, because certainly that's not true. But if they're being told to act in that way, it's sort of like that gets them 50% of the way just looking like that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know? But yeah, he did, like, a really good job. And the drinking and the, like, all the things.
He was a mess.
And when he was yelling at them, like, at the beginning,
like,
that was scary.
Me, sir.
What else you got?
Nothing made sense in this movie. Like, you know, the guy wasn't dead when they go, so why would they push him in anyway? Like, he's alive. Why are you doing that? Like, that never made sense to me back in the day. I was like, oh, well, he's not dead, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then they push him in, and then they're like, the girl's like, I'm not doing it. And then little Miss Beauty Queen's like, I'm doing it. Wearing her crown. This was funny. I said, why does she still have her crown? And Trey looks at me and he's like, you would totally do that. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're not wrong.
Scene of a hit and run murder, Danny being her tiara.
He was like, you would totally still have your crown on. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's probably true. Like, honestly. But then, like, I don't know. It just was all stupid. And then he jumps in to get her crown. And the guy's still alive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, why would they end up pushing him in? The villain reveal is confusing.
It is.
Troy and I had to look it up. He's like, so that's the girl's dad that died in the crash and the kid that killed himself. And I was like, yes. But they never explain it well enough.
Right.
And then also he's like, well, then why was he killing all these random people not connected? Why did he kill Max?
Right.
Why did he go kill whoever? Like, what is he, like, what is the point?
Exactly.
It never is explained.
It doesn't, it doesn't feel like the people he was getting quote unquote justice with.
Right.
Really made sense.
Didn't make sense, guys.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't. Yeah, and I said I didn't like the acting. Some of it fell flat, which we already talked about. That being said, I enjoyed watching it.
Oh, I did not.
Oh, I had a good time.
Nah. You fell asleep. What do you mean?
But then I watched the rest.
But then I watched the rest
I had
later.
a good
time because I had a nap. And
yep.
With my kid. Now, tell me what Tegan thought. I would like to know.
Here, hold on. I've got it in my notes because I didn't have my notebook out when we were watching together. I pulled it out like later and wrote down my thoughts and then had it for the second half.
I was just disappointed. Like this was not as good as I remembered. In fact, I didn't think it was good at all.
So first thing she said is, are they supposed to be teenagers?
Right.
Which to me, they look like teenagers from that time, but I guess maybe teenagers look younger now. And I mean, they weren't that much older, but
I think
she thought they looked old.
I think they look older now, teenagers.
Yeah. So I don't know which way she meant that, but I thought that was funny.
Well,
she was like, oh, all old movies look the same.
She's not wrong.
She's like, this is an old movie. All old movies look the same. I was like, okay. And then the opening, when the music, she said, what is this fire song?
Like
fire. Yeah. I thought that was really funny. And then she said she was also confused and she didn't think it was scary.
See, it didn't make sense.
Yeah. That was it. Those were her main comments.
They kept going to the girl's house. I mean, that was stupid.
I did feel bad for the mom, Julie's mom, when she comes home from college.
Oh, yeah.
And the mom is trying to figure out what's wrong with her. And it's a whole thing. And I was like, oh, I feel bad for that mom. And then her roommate thing was kind of weird. The girl who drove her home was like overly, I don't know. She wasn't super convincing.
I know.
And then I don't know if they kept introducing like that character, for example. Like, did we have to have someone drive her home? But then I don't know if they kept introducing new people to confuse us because it could be anybody.
Right.
Maybe that's why.
Probably. But her roommate it's not the same actress, is in the next movie.
But it's a different actress.
It's a different female.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you think for a second maybe it's Helen's sister because she's such a B word. I don't know why I didn't just say the B word.
She is such a B word, everyone.
She is.
Well, maybe because you were just in your zone of like addressing what Tegan said. And
Probably.
You weren't out of that.
I wasn't out of that. Okay. Got to get back out. Okay. I'm good. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's why they were like the different characters that were introduced.
I don't know. I just think it was a bad movie.
And then why did Freddie Prinze's character name his boat that? I was confused about that. It was like Billy Blue.
But I don't remember. It was after like a book or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
And that was confusing. So then you thought, like, I think we were supposed to maybe consider that it was him.
Yeah, you were for a split second.
But then it was like so obvious that it was like, no. I did like how some of the four people did get killed off. Because I thought, I don't know why, but when I started rewatching it, I was thinking they all survive and like they're in the next one.
Well, half of them do.
Half of them do. Two of them do. But then I was like, oh, okay, that's right. So this guy, vigilante killer, whatever, does get some of them. He just doesn't succeed in getting the other two.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a sequel because they freaking cut his hand off and then he falls in the water.
At the end of the movie.
Yeah.
The end of the movie is the best jump scare of the whole fucking movie.
It is.
And I don't like movies that just set you up for a continuation of the story.
Which, you knew. Because you didn't see him dead. He fell in the water and he's missing a hand now.
And then she's in the shower and then he jumps out of the shower.
That's right. Through the glass. And it says, I still know.
Right.
In the fog. Yeah. That was scary, though.
It was scary.
All right. Well, what else you got on it? Anything?
No. I really didn't have a lot of thoughts.
So how many stars are you going to say?
Boo. I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm not giving it 1 is because they had good stars at the time.
They did. And that was fun to see.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I did enjoy it. I enjoyed watching
you got a nap. You got a good nap.
I rested for the first time in weeks after watching a hook-wielding murder. I was like, man, now I can
how
sleep.
do you fall asleep during a scary movie? Only you and Tegan, I swear.
Only the two of us.
There's no way. Even though it was not good and it wasn't that scary, I don't think I could fall asleep during it.
Yeah. You can fall asleep during anything, my friend, if you want to.
I can? No, ma'am. I can't even fall asleep when I'm supposed to be asleep.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I fall asleep with the TV on anyway. I mean, obviously a scary movie.
Like every day?
Every day.
Wow. I used to do that when I lived with myself and in college and stuff, but
That's
I can't
when
do it now.
Started. And so now, if my husband and I will be watching something, he says, oh, are you doing your turn? Because I turn onto my left side. And I always say, I'm still listening because I don't want him to shut it off. And he'll be like, okay.
That's
and
funny.
I immediately pass out.
But see, we don't have a TV in our room anyway.
Yeah,
but I have a whole thing. I read before I go to sleep, and Trey always is asleep before me. So I have a little book light.
Mm-hmm.
But we have it's a whole process. We have white noise. I have earplugs. We both sleep in an eye mask.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
If there's a TV on, ain't nobody sleeping.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I like shows like that's why I think it's an amazing show. I'll preface by saying that, but he will turn on West Wing for me when I want to, even if I want to take a nap, because of way that they speak in that show. It's all like this. Everybody,
who
the
has
president,
a great voice?
Like everyone talks like this.
I get that. Barack Obama. I listened to all his books on audio, and he has the best voice. But it is so calming.
Mm-hmm.
We listened to one on a road trip one time, or I can't remember where we were going. And I kept falling asleep because I was like, his voice is so calming. Like, it is, yeah. I had to keep waking up. Trey's like, you're falling asleep again. And I'm like, shit, what a mess. Rewind. Like,
right, because you don't want to miss it. Yeah, you don't want to miss the story that he's telling. All right.
Anyway,
so
what was you said a 3.
I said 3. Yeah, I said a 3.
All right.
So let us know what you think of this movie if you're rewatch now, or if you have any memories from back in the day when it first came out. If you are I Know What You Did Last Summer stan, let us know. And stick with us for the rest of our Xennial Girl Summer. We're back on a book next week.
And this was one of my top 3 books when I was a kid. And I reread it so many times. My book got so worn out. It is from the Mixed Up Files of Miss Basiley Frankweiler. Katie, you're going to love this book.
I've never read it. I'm so excited.
So much fun. It's about 2 kids who, quote unquote, run away to live in a museum.
Okay.
And they live there. And the creative use of things they do while they're living in the museum was always the coolest thing to me, and it made me want to go live in a museum.
Okay.
And one of our friends actually commented, Courtney Black said, oh, sorry, I'm just giving everybody's government out. She was like, that was my favorite book as a kid. I wanted to live in a museum. And I'm like, see? There's so many people.
I'm really excited about it. And I know I've never read it.
Okay.
Well, so I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
But I'm scared to revisit it as an adult because I'm like, wait a minute. I can't remember why the kids ran away.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out. Oh, it'll be great. It'll hold up. I have high hopes for it.
It will.
We're going to see what happens. Thanks for listening, guys. Please leave us a review wherever you're listening. If you're not subscribed yet on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, even if you don't want to watch us there. It helps us out.
And stay tuned. We may have to reschedule our July 3rd event.
We'll see. We got to wait for our rehearsal.
TBD.
Yeah.
We realized that the other day. And so hold on to your seats there. Nothing's canceled yet. We'll let you know.
Or moved. Yeah. We'll let you know. And we will see you next time here on Generation in Between. Bye guys.
I have to pee so bad.
Yeah, part of me